Yo, what's good? Welcome back to Irish Dragon Gaming. Leafeon's moves just got announced, and I've got a website here that I use my Google Translator to translate to English, so the names may not be right, all the wording may not be correct, but let's take a look at it. Leafeon is set to come out on June 6th, so just a little ways after Umbreon that we get on the 25th. Pretty excited for both of these Pokemon, so let's jump right into it. It's a speedster, and it's got a Dodrio-style sprint gauge here, and it says when you're not in the grass, the gauge accumulates. When the gauge is full, the movement speed is increased. So we've got another speedster coming out that's all about having a sprint gauge, probably for enhanced attacks and more boosted stuff, just like Dodrio. When you accumulate the gauge, your normal attacks become an enhanced attack. Enhanced attacks approach the opponent. Therefore, it becomes easier to hit the opponent with the technique. Okay, cool. Basically, it approaches the opponent with an enhanced attack, so it is important to accumulate the gauge and act when using Leafeon. So yeah, you fill up your sprint gauge, and it allows you to chase and I guess dash towards your opponent with your attacks. So first we're going to look at its Unite move here. And looks like we've got another Evolution style AoE, jump up and smash the opponents with your moves. Emerald Double Beat, that's probably not the actual name, but hey, it might be, we'll see. Jump on the designated opponent's Pokemon to deal damage and slow their movement. Okay, so you'll slow them. It'll help you keep in that area of effect. It then jumps up and lands vigorously, damaging opponents within range. The closer to the center of the range, the more damage it inflicts. So your goal is to jump up and just land straight on their head. All right, pretty straightforward Unite move, just like all evolutions. And did it say when it gets its move? Yeah, it gets its moves at level 4, 6, and 8. So just an evolution. Nothing has changed there. It's Unite, very similar to the other ones. Let's go into its moves here. Hapa Cutter and Swallow Cutter. So we see the video here. The Hapa Cutter, looks like those leaves sticking to the ground. Oh, and they fly back. Cool. Is a technique that attacks by flying a fan from the spot. Swallow Eshi is a technique that moves quickly in a designated direction. So the second move here is a dash move. And the first one is those leaves in the ground we see. It's a combination that approaches with an enhanced attack, lowers with Swallow Eshi to quickly inflict heavy damage on enemies. I like heavy damage on enemies. So fly 5 pieces in the specified direction to damage the opponent's Pokemon. Hapa is stuck in the ground. I assume that's leaves. So this is probably like a leaf cutter for a short time. But if you use this move again, you can return the Hapa to yourself, damaging the opponent. Oh, it does. Look at that. Boom. So they stick in the ground, and then you reactivate it. It flies back to you, so it goes through them once, through them twice. Cool. And if all 5 of those hit one Pokemon, you get a shield. All right. I'm here for that. That's pretty cool. Little boomerang leaves. And then you've got the dash move. You shoot in. You can use it to get in or out. Slash with quick movements to damage your opponent's Pokemon. After using the move, the damage of the next normal attack increases. Okay, so you dash in, hit a boosted auto attack, and you've got 2 charges, so you can hit that twice. Dash attack, and then use your leaf cutter, get a shield, keep going. This is going to be a very bursty Pokemon. Now its other moves, Solar Blade and Leaf Blade. Solar Blade deals a lot of damage and is very powerful. Also, the Leaf Blade can accumulate gauge. Okay, cool. Okay, that must be the Leaf Blade, that Sacred Sword looking move right there. Let's see it again. So that's the Solar Blade. It jumps in with Leaf Blade and it fills your gauge. If you use this, you will begin to put light into the sword. After starting to shine light, you can use the move again to swing your sword down in the specified direction and damage the opponent's Pokemon. The longer the light is injected, the more damage it will cause. All right, so it's a charge move. You've got to charge sunlight into your sword and then slash it down. But if you use it when your sprint gauge is full, you can immediately swing the sword down with maximum damage. Okay, so as long as you have a full sprint gauge, you don't have to charge the move. It just goes full damage. And since the Leaf Blade gives you the sprint gauge, you can probably combo just like they're doing in this video. You charge up your Solar Blade, go right into your Leaf Blade, refill your sprint gauge, hit the Solar Blade again at full strength. It's going to be a solid combo. Again, this is going to be a very, very bursty, very heavy damage speedster. I like it. Haven't seen any stuns yet, just the slow on its Unite. So no, they're not adding more CC to the game. I'm okay with that. Speedsters definitely shouldn't stun. So no problem there. Yep, Leaf Blade can accumulate a gauge. After sprinting, it slashes around with spinning leaves to deal damage. When you hit a leaf, it does more damage than it does inside, giving a decelerating effect and increasing the gauge. Okay, so the So the Leaf Blade slows, the Unite slows, but we don't have any real CC, no stuns, no pop-ups, nothing like that. Just very straightforward speedster. Have your sprint gauge up, dive in, burst down the opponents. I'm very excited for Speedster Leafeon. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this and which moveset you're going to try running first. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Keep living the dream.